The courtroom smelled of old wood and tension. The judge sat high above, gavel resting like a silent threat, while the room filled with whispers and curious eyes. Neighbors had shown up to watch, some out of sympathy, others for the spectacle. To them, it was just neighborhood gossip. To me, it was life or death. I sat at the plaintiff's table, papers trembling in my hands. Across from me, Karen looked calm, almost smug. She wore a dark blazer, her hair pinned back tightly. If you didn't know her, you'd think she was some respected community leader instead of the tyrant who had tormented me for months. When the judge called the case, the bailiff asked us to stand. My heart pounded. This was it. I told my story first. Every detail. Every violation slip. Every late night threat. I described the spray paint, the slashed tires, the broken cameras, the anonymous letters, and finally, the fire. My voice cracked when I explained how I woke to the smell of smoke, how I barely made it out alive. I pointed to the reports, the police files, the insurance statements, but the real blow came when the witness was called, a neighbor. Someone who had once stayed silent, finally spoke the truth. He testified that he saw Karen that night, standing near my property in her robe, holding a red gas can. The courtroom buzzed with murmurs. For the first time, Karen's confident smile flickered. Her lawyer tried to twist it, suggesting it was all coincidence, that maybe she had simply been outside late at night. But the more they argued, the more cracks showed. Karen couldn't control the courtroom the way she controlled the HOA. Here, her threats and intimidation didn't work. Here, every glare she threw at me only made her look guilty. And then came the final piece. The investigators had gone over the fire site again. Residue of gasoline was found, not near appliances or wiring, but poured deliberately along the back porch. The same porch Karen had filed multiple complaints about, claiming it lowered property values. The judge's face hardened. When it was Karen's turn to speak, she unraveled. She ranted about me being a bad neighbor, about how I disrespected the rules. Her voice grew louder, shriller, until even her lawyer tried to quiet her. The mask of control she always wore in the neighborhood shattered right there in front of everyone. The verdict was clear. Karen was found guilty of arson and harassment. The judge ordered restitution, fines, and most importantly,